Welcome to the Queen Amani TV Show, all the way in the castle in the beautiful Queen City, the beautiful Charlotte, North Carolina. Our city is so beautiful, isn't it? You know, it's just, I am amazed with the growth and all the great things and the new things to come to Charlotte. I hope that you have been enjoying the Queen Amani TV Show. I know I have been enjoying coming from me to you, and each and every week that we are on air, I absolutely love it. You know, I hope that you notice something different. We're in a different room in the castle today, and I'm so excited about it because, as you can see, this is like my fun room, and all of my wonderful, beautiful things that I love is in this room. And so I'm just excited to be coming from the Queen Amani TV show here in this room in the castle today. So have you been having a great, blessed week? I hope that you have. You know, I know that there have been a lot of great things going on this summer. Thank you for your feedback, for the friends that watch the Queen Amani TV show that, you know, write into us and that message us on Facebook and Instagram, sharing the wonderful things that you all have been doing. I'm always excited to hear about the great things that you have going on, and even more excited to hear about you all that are going after your dreams, you know, one day at a time, pushing through all the, you know, challenges and the adversity to continue just going after your dreams. That really excites me to hear, you know, because it just makes me feel like, you know, I'm not the only one that's just, you know, just trying to push through the yucky, the icky, the challenges and all that to go after my dreams. So thank you for sharing all those wonderful things and sharing how wonderful your summer has been. And you know, we have definitely shared a lot of great things here on the Queen Amani TV show, and I hope you've enjoyed those TV shows. I know that it was very exciting to sit down as a family and actually, you know, watch the shows with my family. And I tell you, my husband and my son are something else, because you know that they challenge me in every way. You know, they push me to be a better mom. They push me through my fears to, you know, try new things, sometimes even when I don't want to, you know, but, you know, they push me to try new things, and they also love to give me positive feedback and critique. And you know, so we sit down as a family and we watch the shows together, and I tell you, they let me know, you know, good and bad, things that they feel could, you know, make the show better, or things that I need to work on to make the show better. And you know, that's one thing that I spoke of on the last show, is that it's great to surround yourself with people, whether it be family or friends, it could be a coworker, you know, again, family, that will be honest with you, and that will, you know, not give you critique just to tear you down or hurt your feelings, but give you good feedback, whether it's, you know, positive or even maybe even negative, but they know how to tell you in a way that will help you. It's good to surround yourself with those people, because, you know, that's the only way you really can grow. You know, if you surround yourself with people that really never give you any type of, you know, feedback, or if they're always telling you that everything is good, even if there are things that can change to make you better, it's good to hear, you know, sometimes the tough love, you know, sometimes the negative things that can make you better. For example, I remember when I first begun the Queen Amani TV show, and I was very shy when it came down to social media. I'm not surely, I don't know why. I mean, I love technology. You know, you would think that I would just have been all over it and just had maybe the best phenomenal Instagram page or Facebook page, but for some reason I was just really, you know, shy with the whole social media thing. Maybe it's just because of the things that I've had to overcome with, you know, the things that I was just personally dealing with, like, the loss of my best friend and that kind of thing. So, maybe that had a little bit to deal with it. And it took me some time to just really open up to it because, when you are on social media, there is a level of engaging with people that you have to do. I mean, you have to talk to people, you have to open up. I mean, if you're going to have any type of conversation or positive dialogue with anyone on social media. So, for me, it just took a while, to really open up to the whole social media thing. But I remember when I first begun the Queen Amani TV show, and I was very shy of the whole social media thing, and I was taping the show, and there was one lady that was helping me to direct the show at the time, and she was very honest with me, and she says, you really need to get past your fears of this whole social media thing, because in order to have a successful TV show, and you have to engage with people, and I thought at the time, I was like, man, that's pretty tough, okay. But now looking back on it, I'm very thankful that she told me that, because it was true. I did need to open up and push past my own personal fears, because a lot of times the fears that we have they're very personal. It's not like it's anything that anyone is doing to cause, us to be fearful of something. A lot of times it's our own internal fears. So, that helped me, just hearing that from her. And I'm very thankful for it now, kind of in hindsight, looking back, because now I have begun to open up more on social media, and I'm so excited to say that the Queen Amani TV show has an Instagram page, and we have a Facebook page, and and I really try my best more to be social and engage with everyone there. And I've met so many great people, and I just want to thank you. If you are a friend on Facebook and Instagram, and you're a friend of the Queen Amani TV show, thank you from me to you. I appreciate, your support for the TV show. I appreciate your kind words and just really supporting us along the way as we evolve here at the Queen Amani TV show. Because for you all that have been friends here at the Queen Amani TV show, that we begun last year in 2015, and it was my first time having a TV show, and so it was all new for me, and it was a great, wonderful, blessing to have the Queen Amani TV show. But at the same time, it was very, I would say, it was just, I don't even know the word to describe it. It was a blessing, but let's just say there were a lot of things that I maybe was just fearful of personally. And there were things that I had to, work on step by step along the way with the show. So, where we are now is we're in our, second year of taping the Queen Amani TV show, and I'm dreaming big here at the Queen Amani TV show, just as you all are, going after your dreams. And I'm just excited, already for the wonderful things to come, on the show. But, just reminiscing and looking back on where we've come from, just from our start, I'm just thankful, just thankful for the small beginnings, and thankful for where we are now. And I'm so thankful and grateful for everyone that's been a friend and everyone that's helped me, on this show, because that's another thing that I learned. In order to have anything great, when it comes down to business or a TV show, or, a lot of times it takes teamwork. You don't really just get there by yourself. It takes people to help along the way. And that's another thing that I've realized along this adventure of having the fabulous, wonderful Queen Amani TV show in the Queen City, is that it takes great people to help one another to make great things like this even a possibility. So thank you, to all my friends and everyone that has helped us. And like I said, we are just excited for the wonderful, great things to come. And, and I am just excited to just share this journey with you all. I mean, because it is truly a journey. And, and I love being able to just open up here at the Queen Amani TV show and talk about all the things that I love to talk about. That's the great part about having this show, here on Access 21. And by the way, we are on every week on Wednesday nights from 8 to 9. So make sure you set your TiVo and make sure that you are in front of in front of your TV at that time, so you will not miss the Queen Amani TV show. And if you do, just TiVo it and you can see it. But if you miss that and you can't TiVo it, we do try to upload our shows on our Facebook, Queen Amani TV Show Facebook page. So you can go there and check out our shows, and I hope that you enjoy them. So, the summer has just been flying right on by, and I'm excited now because my little one is back in school, and he is just such a wonderful son. I mean, just brilliant and athletic, and I am just so thankful to be his mom. And I tell you, he sits and he watches the shows with me, and he gives me all this good, wonderful feedback and all these great things that I need to do to implement to make the show better. He's something else, but I'm just so thankful for him. And now he's back in school, and he's in 7th grade, and he has a birthday coming soon. And can you believe that I am going to be a mom to a teenage son? I can't believe it. It's just like time just flies right on by, and that's why we have to enjoy every single day, every single moment with our little ones. If you're a parent, if you're not a parent, and you have family and friends, or you know what I mean. We just have to enjoy every single day with the people that we love, because time just goes right by. So my son is going to be 13 soon, and he just begun playing soccer for a travel club team, and which is really, really interesting. And he actually just became one of the captains of his team, so I'm really excited about that. And he was just really, really excited about that. He worked really hard to be able to become a captain of his team, and we spoke about that. And I was talking to one of the moms, and she says, it's really exciting, good for your son that, he's going to be the captain of his team. And I said, I am excited for him with that, of course, but, I definitely had to make sure that I had to talk with my son, because, I wanted him to understand anytime that you are blessed with the opportunity to be a captain, or take on any type of leadership role, there are responsibilities that come with that, and you have to be prepared for what comes with whatever that role is. And so I wanted to make sure that my son understood that being a captain is not just a name. It's a blessing, but a lot comes with it. And every time you hit that field, you make sure that you are putting your best foot forward, and not just on the field, but when you're off the field, and every day, But one thing about it is I'm blessed because our son is very respectful and mannerable, and he's just really a really, really, really great young man. And so I'm just really thankful for that. But again, anytime that you're blessed with the opportunity to take on any type of leadership role, you just make sure you be the best that you can be. I want you to sit tight. We have a commercial coming up, but we have more of the Queen Amani TV show. Welcome back to the Queen Amani TV Show, and thank you for tuning in to the Queen Amani TV Show. We're here in the castle in the beautiful Queen City, and we're just coming back from commercial break, and we were just talking about, the summer and all the great things, and I was talking about just, reminiscing on the beginning of the show, and just and all the great things to come, and about just being a mom. And it's one great thing about this show I love is just to be able to talk to you all about what's on my heart and the things that I just really love to talk about. So I talk a lot about being a mother because that's just my number one thing, is that I tell a lot of my friends that I am like third on the list. You know, my son, our son, you know, he's first. My husband, he's second. And for me, it's like, okay, I'm down the totem pole. I'm third. And it's okay. I love it like that because I feel like my family just comes first. And I love to be the best mom and the best wife that I can be. And I work on that every day, you know. So, so that is definitely one thing here. And there is a book that I absolutely love to read every now and again, just to remind myself of just some simple things to make life a little bit more stress-free and as a mother and as a wife. And it's definitely a book that I highly recommend. It's called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff for Moms. And it says it's a simple ways to stress less and enjoy your family more. And I've had this book for quite some time. Actually, my husband blessed me with it. I believe it's one Mother's Day, and it's definitely one of the best gifts that he's ever gifted me with, because I just love to just dive into this book sometimes and read these simple chapters on, things to just implement in my daily life that could just make things a little bit better. So there is one chapter that I just want to share, here, and I'm just going to kind of read through it a little bit, and then we can just talk about it. But it's something that I had to really, really work on, especially with having this the Queen Amani TV show, and also with having my family, and of course, our son is involved in a lot of different sports, and he keeps us busy. So this has been a chapter that has been able to help me, and hopefully, it can help, someone that's tuned into the show here today. So it says, surrender, trust, and let go. Oh, surrender, trust, and let go, if that's not enough. It says, so this is one chapter in the book, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff for Moms. And again, I highly recommend this book. If you're a mother, it's an excellent book to have in your book collection. So I'm just going to read this chapter. It's a brief chapter here. So it says, surrender, trust, and let go. While we may attempt to exercise control over the clutter and craziness of our lives through adhering tightly to schedules and plans or being overprotective mothers, sometimes the best way to achieve a sense of balance is just to let go. Yet, as a mom, I have found myself at times holding on tightly, but oftentimes surrendering and letting go of your worries, fears, expectations, plans, and sometimes your schedules can relieve the stress that robs you of your happiness and joy. The best laid plans often take on a life of their own. Being more malleable will help you solve problems and access serenity in the middle of chaos. Most things I have ever planned ended up snowballing on their own into something I hadn't expected, and often pleasantly exceeded my expectations. The moms who carry the burden of perfectionism on their backs like packed mules always seem pinched and unhappy. To me, I have learned that life itself is perfect in its imperfection. And if I hold on too tightly, I squeeze out the magic of the moment. Oh my gosh, that is just like so awesome to me, because if you're like me, sometimes, it's almost like it's easier to just hold on too tight. I'm like this overprotective mama bear sometimes, and if you're a mom, you know what I'm talking about. And it's like sometimes we can just be a little bit too overboard, too overprotective, and sometimes we just gotta let go, and things have a way of working itself out. It says, practicing small acts of surrender helps prepare you to let go more as your kids grow. As we raise our families, there are many small and great opportunities to practice surrender. I know that you can relate to the spiral of surrender and what happens to your day. For instance, when your child wakes up with the stomach flu, oh Lord, oh my gosh, that's the worst. Like a ball of yarn unraveling from the center, all of your plans fall apart as you surrender yourself to a day of nursing and cleaning up. Oh, you moms know, if you are a mother and your child has ever woke up sick, stomach flu or any type of cold or anything like that, you just know it's the worst. And, if you're like me, I feel so helpless, when my child is sick. It's like you would almost rather you be sick than your child. It's just the worst. Unlikely though it sounds, it sounds unlikely, potty training for toddlers requires surrender too. You may decide that right now is the right time for your little one to get out of diapers, but until they are ready, potty training can be extremely frustrating. Yes, Lord. If you are trying to control the timing and your child isn't interested, no matter how many little charts with gold stars you create and big cute big boy and girl packets of underpants you purchase to induce your child, it just won't happen. What you call accidents will continue far longer than if you just surrender and wait. As someone once reminded me, no adult has ever walked down an aisle wearing diapers. I remember how difficult it was to surrender my worries and fears when each of my daughters drove out of the driveway by themselves for the first time. Those first 2 years of driving require much letting go of what you cannot control, and trust that you've taught them everything they need to know about safety on the road. I would feel secure enough with their driving on local roads, but our freeways with their lane changes and faster speeds were another story. If it wasn't only their driving I worried about, but also the drivers around them who may be reckless, and my imaginings made my stomach do cartwheels. Whenever I felt the contraction of fear that made me want to hold on tightly, I had to force myself to let go and surrender because control is only an illusion. Life is a big experience, and we will have the smaller issues of letting go to prepare us for the bigger ones. There are times we are faced with circumstances and situations of such magnitude that all we can do is practice surrender to life as it presents itself. Make the best of the moment at hand. Go ahead and make your plans, but know that flexibility is your best ally. Change what you can, but surrender to what is. Trust that all will work out somehow, some way. And accept that no matter how much you would like to control all the events and outcomes, life may have a different plan. If you practice surrender and trust, you will be well on your way to receiving the peace and serenity that allow you to survive any storm and thrive with resiliency and joy. So, that is definitely one of my favorite chapters in this book, and I hope you enjoyed that and you got something from it. Every time I read it, I get so much from it, because for me, I have had to practice just pushing through my fears, because I've shared with you here at the Queen Amani TV show, I'm not perfect. I am not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I love to get better in areas where I could be better. I love to work on myself every day, and myself as a mother and as a wife, it doesn't come with like a rule book, we figure out things as life goes. And, with me, just our son, he is our only child right now. And, every year that he gets older, it comes with different things. And Lord knows, I spoke, how sometimes I can just be like this, mama bear that just wants to control everything. And I tell you what, it's not a good feeling, because in life, you can't control everything. And I have had to learn, I have to just let go. Like I say, a lot of times, let go and let God. There's a cup that I've shared when, here I love to drink my tea and my coffees, and I love that, one cup that it just says, let God, because I have to remind myself of that all the time. Like, when I can't control a certain situation, I have to just let God do it, because, you can only do what you can do. And once you do your part, you just have to let go and stop worrying about it, surrender and just let it go and trust that things will work out. Things have a way of just working themselves out. You just do the best that you can do, whether if you're a mother, if you're not a mom and you're a student and you're in school right now and you're watching this show, if you're younger and you're watching this show, and I have to say, I want to thank all my princesses that are here in the Queen City in Charlotte, North Carolina, that tune into this show every week. I want to thank you girls because you inspire me. I'm just going to tell you, I love it to hear you princesses that are, tuned into the show, and you girls give me feedback. You say you love The Crown and you love the Queen Amani TV show. I want you to know that I love you all, and I want you to just continue being the great you that you are, and continue doing great things in school and in your sports and at home, and just be the best that you can be. And even this chapter here, I know this book is Don't Sweat the Small Stuff for Moms, but you can apply it to anyone that watched it, whether you're, like I said, if you're young, and the ways that you can apply it is just try your best, and and once you give your best, just know that everything is going to work out. If you're in school, and say for instance you have a test coming up, and you've studied hard for that test, and don't go to school all worried and bent out of shape, and don't get nervous, don't panic. Just know that you've done your part, you've studied, you put in that time. Okay, let the rest go. It's going to work out for you. And then if you say you take a test and you didn't get the grade that you wanted, and you know that you can do better, then just try to do better the next time. So all I'm saying is just try your best in everything you do, and whether it's raising a family, being a student, just at work, if you're at work, and just do your best and let the rest go. It's gonna work out for you. Don't try to control everything, because you can't. I can tell you that from my own experience. You can't control everything. You can't control life. I was one of those ones where I was like, literally, I'm going to tell you, OCD about my schedule, okay? I would literally write everything down. I just had everything mapped out. It's going to go this way. I'm going to do this over here. My life is going to, just be perfect. It's going to end up like this. And when things wouldn't go the way I thought that they were going to go, at times when I would try to control everything, I would just get so, just bent out of shape, just, like it would just frustrate me, at times. And, and I'm thankful that I've grown past that, stage. And now I know you can't control everything in life. You do better doing your part, doing what you can do, doing your best, and letting the rest work out. So I'm thankful that I've grown, to that point where I know to just surrender. Just surrender, let go, let God. It's going to work out. So I encourage you to do the same as you're going through your week. Continue to just do your best, be your best, but then surrender when you've done your part, and just know that the rest is going to work out for you, and continue to go after your dreams and do the great things that you're doing here in the Queen City. And thank you for tuning in to the Queen Amani TV show, and know that we are proud of you and we love you here at the Queen Amani TV show. Thank you for tuning in.